Working in tech for the last 4 years has completely transformed my life. But then again, it's very different than it was 4 years ago for both the people trying to break into tech and for those already in tech right now. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video, whether it's still worth it to try to break into it and what is it actually like right now. Let's get into it. Most tech companies have changed their strategy from growth at all costs, used to be the saying, and now it's all about profitability. So companies are slimming down, they're trying to cut expenses, and they're trying to find workers or employees that are very efficient and know what they're doing. Still very possible to break into even with no experience. You just have to be a little more strategic. It's almost like now you have to do training in your own time, whereas before it was a lot easier to get a junior role or an associate role. But now you almost have to take that time yourself to do the training in the evenings, weekends, to gain new skills or credentials so that you qualify to even move up in the same company or even to break into tech. So building up, once again, that portfolio, even on your own time, is really, really important right now. Okay, so the second update in tech is that AI is shaking everything up. People don't even know what to expect in farther than 6 months from now. Even CEOs and leaders of companies, AI is growing so fast and all major tech companies are implementing AI into their products, but they're not even sure what's going to be relevant in 6 months or a year from now. Things are changing very fast. And what that means for the individual person is it's not necessarily replacing all human jobs, but the people who can implement AI into their workflows and know how to use AI very well are going to be the ones that are going to be favored for work. Okay, the third point is that the big easy money in tech is kind of behind us now. You can still make insane money in tech at the higher levels, and even mid-level positions are very well paid. But those massive paychecks, even for entry-level positions, that era is kind of behind us now. Budgets are a lot slimmer. There's not as much easy money floating around in tech, so that's good to know. But getting into tech is still really worth it because it offers pretty decent pay, good lifestyle, and really transferable skills that you can take with you elsewhere. But the golden era of those massive paychecks for entry-level SDRs is behind us now. Remote work is definitely less prevalent now. There's a big push where tech companies are making people go back to office or at least have a hybrid work style. You can still get remote work in tech, and it's still one of the best industries, if not the best industry, to get remote work as an employee, that is. You just have to be a bit more picky with the company you're going after because not all of them are offering remote work. So look for companies that have remote in their DNA or, that type of thing, or a remote first culture, they say. That brings us to the is it worth it question to break into tech or to stay in if you're in it right now. And my short answer is yes, definitely. For a few reasons though. The first one being the transferable skills. It's arguably one of the best industries for developing very relevant skills that you can take with you at other companies. Or use to start, freelancing or start your own business. The pace at which the company gets you to learn things is so fast. It's a very fast-paced environment, which can be a little bit stressful, but if you can deal with the stress, you'll learn skills at such a fast rate that might take twice the amount of years or time in a different industry. So for the skill and personal growth, I would say for sure. The second one is the remote aspect, which we talked about. It does give you a pretty flexible lifestyle. And also most tech companies tend to be very progressive and very, lifestyle focused, which can be funny because they demand a lot out of you. But as long as you get your work done, it's not necessarily about the hours you're sitting in your chair. It's more about the work you do. So if you finish all your work, let's say for a day in, 6 hours, you don't necessarily need to be sitting there for 8. It's all about if you're being productive or not. And that's an absolutely fantastic thing. The third one is that you can earn extremely good wages without needing to know how to code. There's a lot of jobs in tech where you need to talk to the market or the demographic or the people they're trying to do business with, whether it's in sales or customer success or even partnerships. There's a lot of jobs where you don't need to have a deep technical background doing data analysis or coding or engineering, and you can make very, very good money just with some basic skills. So For that reason, it's definitely still a good idea. Overall, if you're a curious person who's driven, you're hungry to learn, and you want to work hard, I think working in tech is definitely still a good idea in 2025. If you look at the lifestyle, the benefits you get from, being able to just be productive and create your own schedule on your own time, that's absolutely fantastic. And I don't see myself going back personally. I only see it as a way to catapult yourself forward, to keep growing skills, to start a business or be a freelancer, or work, for yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're curious about how to break into tech, I actually made another video over here about how I got in with no experience at all. And I talk a little bit about my strategy and my networking tactics that got me a foot in the door and got that interview. So if you're curious about how to break in, definitely check that video out. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. All right. Peace.